What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're doing well, feeling great, and enjoying freedom. It's a great day to have a great day. Today, I wanted to talk about bear markets versus recessions. Compare the two and give a pretty extreme example of both of them, along with talk about the current state of silver and what silver and precious metals in general are doing right now. We're going to get into it, but really quick, just in case you're new, make sure to subscribe for daily videos, subscribe to my second channel for weekly videos, get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel, use promo code FLASH for a 10% discount this weekend only. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club for giveaways, live streams, deal alerts, and a whole lot more. You can watch Saturday and Sunday's videos right now if you want to, and tomorrow morning I have a brand new vlog coming out. And of course, last but not least, make sure to go and get your 6 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Refer just one friend and they're going to give you all the way up to 100 free random stocks for the referral. And if you refer 2 friends, by the end of the month, they're going to give you either a free share of Starbucks, Apple, or Google. Everything will be linked in the description. So today is Friday, May 20th, 2022. It's currently still Wednesday the 18th, 2022 as I'm filming the video, which means I have zero idea what the spot price of silver or gold will be by the time this video comes out. So head on down to the comments and let me know the date and time you're viewing the video and what the current spot price is for you. I'm always curious. So today, I wanted to talk about a couple of different things. I wanted to really laser in on silver and gold and talk about them coming down from their recent highs and what they've done over the last 365 days and where we are. Are we up? Are we down? How bad is it? How good is it? And obviously what we have on display right here, we have a nice little selection. We have the Werewolf, the Kraken, we have a 5-ounce Aztec calendar, a 10-ounce Sunshine bar, a 10-ounce Bull bar, a 1-ounce Westminster bar, a Yale, a Greyhound, some 90% Constitutional, junk silver Mercury dimes, maybe even some Roosevelt dimes in there, some Walking Liberty half dollars, and of course some fractional gold down there at the bottom. 10th ounce Kookaburra, 10th ounce Britannia, 10th ounce Maple, 1/4 ounce Philharmonic, 10th ounce Eagle, 10th ounce Krugerrand, and 10th ounce Philharmonic. But before we can even get into the silver and the gold, I wanted to talk about something that goes a little bit beyond money, and that would be currency and the different markets. And I wanted to really compare and contrast bear markets and recessions. So I was looking into it and I figured out a way to break down 2 really extreme examples. So starting with bear markets, for those of you who don't know what a bear market is, a bear market is the persistent decline in prices over a short period of time where the market is down 20% from recent highs. The most extreme example I think I can come up with is what took place in 1987. There was a day, more specifically, October 19th, 1987, it was called Black Monday, where the market was down a little bit more than just 20% over an extended period of time. The market actually fell nearly 22% in just one day alone. So not a typical bear market, but a more extreme example. A drop of 20% or more from recent highs. A recession, on the other hand, is defined as 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth. We currently just saw negative GDP growth in the first quarter of this year. We're currently right in the dead center of the second quarter of the year, so we're not going to find out until the third quarter what happened regarding GDP in the second quarter. We could very well be in a recession right now. In fact, I wouldn't be a bit surprised, but technically we don't know because it's not on paper yet. And I don't want to be that guy who's running around screaming recession, and then if the numbers say otherwise in the third quarter, I don't want to be lumped into that group of people that say, oh, I'm not wrong, it's just manipulated. I don't want to be one of those people. So I'm just going to say we'll find out in the third quarter. But the reason I wanted to bring all of this up was because we can have a recession without a bear market, and we can have a bear market without a recession. Now back to recessions. I wanted to talk about what took place in 1990. Very quickly, there was a recession caused by a major spike in oil prices, but the stock market remained solid that year. So again, we can have a recession, kind of like what we had in 1990, where the stock market is doing just fine. But on the other hand, the stock market could completely collapse, yet we're not technically in a recession. GDP could be growing at that point. I only wanted to bring that up just to highlight that we can have one without the other. Now, a lot of the time, yeah, we're going to have both at the same time, but just a friendly reminder, we can have a bear market without a recession. We can have a recession without a bear market. So moving away from that, I wanted to get back into the silver and the gold, and it's for a couple of different reasons. Obviously, I wanted to talk about stacking. I wanted to talk about what hopefully my next couple of pickups are going to be, but I wanted to really focus on what silver and gold have both done over the last 365 days. Now, like I said, a bear market by definition is a drop of 20% or more over an extended period of time. We can actually see on this 1-year chart for silver, spot price is actually down 19.58% as I'm recording this video. Again, on Wednesday, the video comes out on Friday, being filmed 2 days in advance, but as I'm filming, it's down almost 20%. So let's just round that up. It's not 20%, but let's just say it's 20% because it's just about there. Would that be a bear market? No, because this is over the course of a year. Now, if we look at the graph and we can actually see all of the ups and downs that silver has had over the last 365 days, you can see it's not really a straight downward trajectory. It's had its ups and it's had its downs. It's just been up and down and up and down and up and down. And right now, where it's currently sitting causes the number to say down 19.58% in the last year. 3 weeks ago, I posted a video when the spot price was about $26 and change. So if we were to compare the 1-year chart 3 weeks ago, we'd be looking at a completely different 1-year chart. On the other hand, we can also take a look at what gold has done over the last 365 days. Now, this actually surprised me. With silver being hammered down as far as it is right now, I thought gold would be not the same, but I thought it would be similar. The cool thing about gold is that when times are good, or should I say, when the precious metals are doing good, and silver's really on the incline, gold is on the incline as well, but usually not so dramatically. Silver goes up in a much more quick pace than gold does, percentage-wise. Silver goes up far more than gold goes up. And when the opposite's happening, silver goes down more than gold goes down, percentage-wise. So gold is the more stable metal between the two, if that's how you want to look at it. Less fluctuations, less volatility. It's a little bit more stable, and it does a little bit better job standing on its own 2 feet. Silver's a little bit all over the place, as we can tell. But if you look at what gold has done over the last year, you can see that we're actually up, or the spot price is up 1.46% from where it was 365 days ago. Again, this video is being filmed on Wednesday. It's coming out on Friday, 2 days in advance. It's probably going to be a little bit different. But look at that right there. 365 days, silver's down 19.58%. Meanwhile, gold is up 1.46%. And then if we were to look at the 1-year graph, look at that right there. A lot of ups and downs as well. It's not nearly as dramatic as the ups and downs that silver was experiencing, or that silver typically experiences. In fact, look at that high in early to mid-March, just about 2 months ago. Look at that big spike that gold had right there. Silver didn't have that much of a spike. It did spike around that time frame. I think it went up to maybe $26, $27. But gold, on the other hand, I just thought that was pretty interesting, and I just wanted to point that out. But we're not really too far above water, if that makes sense, from where we were 365 days ago. Again, we're only up 1.46%. I only wanted to bring up all of this because I wanted to see how close we were to a precious metal bear market. And I was looking at the 1 month, I was looking at the 3 month, I was looking at the 6 month, and I wasn't really getting what I was looking for. But then I just figured, you know what? It might be a pretty good idea to compare where we were a year ago today. And that's exactly what I did in this video. And that was the most extreme example because silver wasn't up or down by very much at all in the 1 month, 3 month, or 6 month. But then when I hit the 12 month, the 1 year, pretty big fall. Do I believe that silver's going to pop back up? Yes, I absolutely do. Do I believe it's going to take a while? More than likely. I think it's going to take quite a bit of time, actually. Gold as well. Even though gold is technically in the green from where it was a year ago, I think it's going to take gold quite a bit of time. I think it's going to be more of a delayed reaction because that's usually what happens anyway when it comes to the precious metals. And during inflationary times, that's usually when silver and gold perform the best. And during recessionary times, and what we're looking at right now, beyond the precious metals, beyond everything, when we look at the general state of the economy and when we look at the health and well-being of the dollar bill, you can very clearly see we are absolutely in the middle of inflationary times, and we are more than likely on the brink of recessionary times as well. This time it's a little bit different. This time it's a little bit more unique, because this time around, we're getting hit in so many other ways as well. We have supply chain issues. We have geopolitical conflict. We have a lot of issues going on right here, domestic issues. We have overseas issues. We have negative GDP growth in the first quarter of the year. What GDP is looking like for this quarter of the year, that's something that we're going to have to wait until the third quarter. We are still transitioning out of an overstimulated economy, so we were propped up for a while as well, meaning we were being pulled in an upward direction when we should have been being pulled in the downward direction, and it was kind of resulting in us just kind of floating in limbo. We were kind of stagnant for a while. We weren't seeing the growth that we should have been seeing or that we wanted to see, and we weren't seeing the decline that we definitely should have been seeing. So we were kind of being propped up. We weren't being rocketed up to the moon. We were just kind of being, it was almost like a house of cards when the cards should have been falling down onto the table. Right now, on the other hand, now that we're transitioning out of that overstimulated economy, I think we're in the beginning stages of the quote-unquote everything crash or the everything sell-off, very similar, or I shouldn't say similar, but the polar opposite of what we saw toward the end of last year, December of 2021. We had something called the everything rally or the everything bubble. Right now, the exact same thing is happening, but in the opposite direction. Remember December? Everything was just going up and up and up and up and up and up, and it was like a holiday to see the market go in the red. It was just going straight up, and people were in this constant state of euphoria, thinking that the market's just going to keep going up. It's going to go up forever. Because remember, in 2020 and 2021, a whole new massive wave of retail investors started diving into the market, and over the course of especially 2021, where we were kind of on this upward trajectory, and then in the final quarter of the year, we were just taking off to the moon. Every day, green day, green day, green day, green day, green day. People who were brand new and didn't know what it looked like or felt like to go through prolonged periods of pain and suffering in the market, they didn't even know that that could happen. Then all of a sudden January happened, the first open market day of January, things began to tank. The entire month went by and it was just down, down, down. Now all of a sudden, instead of green day, green day, green day, it was red day, red day, red day. I think over the course of the entire month of January, I think we only saw maybe 3 green days. The whole month was red. And guess what? February was kind of similar as well. Not as bad, but still that downward trajectory. March, April, here we are in May, we're seeing far more red than green. And guess what? We are technically officially in a NASDAQ bear market. We're down over 20% from recent highs. We're actually down about 30% from recent highs. If memory serves me right, we actually might be down more than 30% from recent highs. And we might be in a recession. We're more than likely in a recession. The weird thing about recessions is that when it comes to the 2 consecutive quarters of negative GDP growth, you don't know until the 3rd quarter when you find out the previous quarter's GDP data. So it's a little tricky. So the 1st quarter, negative GDP growth. 2nd quarter, hypothetical, let's just say we end up seeing negative GDP growth. And the 3rd quarter, whether we have positive or negative GDP growth, that's when we find out about the previous quarter. And then we can say to ourselves, oh, okay, we were in a recession. Are we still in a recession? I guess we'll find out in the next quarter. But we'll know that there was technically an on-paper recession. And if that ends up being the case, we can say that, yeah, a recession can happen without a bear market, and a bear market can happen without a recession, but this time around it was both. In July, or maybe early August, I guess we'll find out then. But I just wanted to point some of these things out. I just wanted to highlight a couple of these little details, and to be honest with you, I don't think I've ever made a video like this before, so this was actually really interesting to do. Now back into some of my silver and gold stacking strategies, away from all of that, the recessions, the bear markets, the negativity. I want to talk about something that I consider to be the closest thing that I have to a solution to the problem. We all know what the problem is, but why be problem-oriented? How about we at least attempt to be solution-oriented? Rather than sitting around letting the problems completely consume us, how about we work together to at least try to combat these problems? So, into the silver and gold, into the stacking silver and gold, that is. As you can see on here, I already went through what's on display, but I wanted to talk about some of my upcoming pickups. Now, of course, when it comes to the regular silver that I'm stacking, I don't think I even need to say it because I say it all the time. My go-to has been 90% junk constitutional silver. That's what it's been for the last 1.5 to 2 years at this point, and to be honest with you, it's probably going to remain that way. It just makes the most sense right now. It's the cheapest silver that I can get my hands on at my local coin shop. Hashtag support your LCS. If you don't want anybody knowing what LCS stands for, let them know it stands for locally canned soup. Then just walk away. Let them figure it out. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. Use promo code FLASH for a 10% discount on absolutely everything this weekend only. But at my local coin shop, I can get the best bang for my buck on 90%. More specifically, Washington quarters. I've been saying that for the longest time now. I wish the tables would turn. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me all that much at the end of the day, but I kind of wish the tables would turn and I would be able to get generic silver for cheaper than 90%. That's not the case for me right now, so I'm just going to stick to the 90%. But over the next couple of weeks or over the next couple of months, I will be making a couple of exceptions. I'm definitely going to be going after the new Creatures of the North coin. Now, don't ask me what it is because I don't friggin' know what it is. I just know that it's going to be coming out in somewhere in the middle of the year. Hasn't been released. There's no release date. We don't know what the design is. Gonna be honest, I don't even care what the design is. I know I'm gonna love it, so I'm pretty excited to find out what in the world it's going to be. Side note, if you want to pause the video and head on down to the comments and let me know what you think the next Creature of the North is going to be, the Canadian Creatures of the North series. 2020, it was the Kraken. 2021, it was the Werewolf. What do you think the Creature of 2022 is going to be? Head on down to the comments and let me know. But in addition to that, there are a couple of 10-ounce silver bars that I've really had my eye on for quite a bit of time, and I procrastinated for the longest time. I kept saying to myself, you know what, I'm just going to stick with 90%. It makes the most sense, but I'm starting to think, you know what, maybe I should just bite the bullet and go after at least 1 or 2 of the 10-ounce silver bars that I've been wanting for years. First one would be an RCM bar. Big fan of RCM bars. I've been wanting one since 2018. Fun fact, that was actually supposed to be my very first 10-ounce silver bar. I was going to go after the RCM bar, and then I decided to go with sunshine bars instead. And for the longest time, that's all I was stacking when it came to, 5 and 10 ounce silver bars. Sunshine bar on top of sunshine bar on top of sunshine bar. Never ended up getting an RCM bar. Don't know why. I just never got around to it, I guess. In addition to that, I want to get a Silvertown bar as well. Specifically, the one with the eagle swooping down. I love that silver bar, one of my favorite silver bars of all time. To my understanding, I think there are 10 ounce versions of this 1 ounce Westminster bar. I'm pretty sure I Googled that last year. That would be kind of cool to get. It's a pretty sleek design. I wouldn't be upset with a 10 ounce Westminster bar. But there are a couple. There are a few. And another silver bar that I would like to get, but I don't believe I ever will, it would be the 20 ounce Scottsdale Kit Kat bar. It doesn't look like a normal silver bar. It looks like an actual Kit Kat bar, like the candy, this longer, slimmer piece of silver. I always thought that they were really cool. Unfortunately, they carry really wacky premiums, so I don't know if that's even realistic. I'm not really a high premium silver kind of guy, so I can do without it. I'll survive. In addition to silver, I am still saving up for my next piece of gold. I don't exactly know what it's going to be. I know that my next actual gold pickup will be the Wyoming Goldbacks, the 1, 5, and 10, but those don't really count. Those are just little gold foil notes. I'm talking about gold coins. And by the way, my very first piece of gold was a little 1 gram gold bar. I'm not against going back to gold bars. I don't think I'll go with a 1 gram gold bar. Probably go for the 2.5 or maybe the 5. Haven't made up my mind yet. I kind of just want to stick to the gold coins. I like them a little bit better. And more specifically, I don't think I'm going to go after any 10th ounce anymore, unless I can get one for a really good deal. If I can get a gold coin, especially if it's one that I'm missing, because I still kind of want to work on my international troy ounce of gold, but that was just more for fun. I'm not really focusing on the fun factor at this moment. I'm just focusing on what I believe is the most important thing to be focusing on, which is just acquiring as much as I can, rather than paying a little bit higher of a premium for something specifically just to have fun with. But I would like to get maybe the Cook Islands coin, or maybe the elephant. I would like to get a 10th ounce Libertad, but those premiums are like basically spot price on top of spot price, so no thank you. But regardless, when it comes to the 10th ounce gold coins, I'm just not really interested anymore. I want to go up and above that. Ever since I got the 1/4 ounce Philharmonic right here, this is my only 1/4 ounce coin, I've been pretty obsessed with that denomination. So right now I'm saving up. More than likely, my next actual proper gold pickup will probably be a 1/4 ounce Maple Leaf potentially. But guess what? As time goes by and as I save up a little bit more currency that I'm just keeping on the sidelines, it's kind of just my cash fund for gold. As time goes by and I get to the point where I have enough cash on hand to go and get a 1/4 ounce gold coin, I might actually want to continue saving and work my way up to be able to get a 1/2 ounce gold coin. And depending on how long that takes me, I might actually have enough to go and get myself a 1 ounce gold coin. Now, I don't really want to do that. I've been saying for a couple of years now that I prefer fractional gold. I like the 10th ounce. I like the 1/4 ounce. The 1/4 ounce is really the sweet spot for me. I really love that denomination. 1/2 ounce, I don't have any, but I would imagine I like it just as much as 1/4 ounce. So I'm not against going after 1/2 ounce. I kind of don't really want to go after 1 ounce, but if it makes sense, I might do it. And if I actually do it, it's going to be a gold buffalo. So who knows? I might end up putting my currency to the side a little bit longer than expected to save up for potentially a 1 ounce gold coin. And guess what? If I work my way up to that point and I have the currency to go and get a 1 ounce gold coin, and at that point I decide for myself, you know what? I don't want the 1 ounce gold coin. Maybe I'll go get a couple of fractional gold coins. Maybe I'll go and get 2 half-ounce gold coins or 4 quarter-ounce gold coins at that point or something. I don't know. I haven't made up my mind just yet, but I'm going to keep some cash on the sidelines for that. I usually don't like to keep a whole lot of cash on the sidelines, and typically that's not what I do. I'm just doing it right now specifically for gold. Think of it as a piggy bank. I'm just saving up for my next gold coin. I have other cash in other areas that I use for silver as often as I can get it. I have other cash, uninvested cash, sitting in an account. I'll buy the dip from time to time when it comes to playing financial offense. But those are just some of my plans and strategies for the time being. This is another video that was basically 2 videos in one. By the way, tomorrow's video will be pretty much the same thing. 2 videos in one. But I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. When it comes to the first half of the video where I was talking about bear markets versus recessions, were you aware that you could have one without the other? We can go into a recession without seeing a bear market. We could see a bear market without being in a recession. And the way everything is going for us right now, we're already technically in a NASDAQ bear market. We don't know for sure. We can't say with absolute certainty that we're currently in a recession, even though that's probably the case. Do you believe we're in a recession? Do you believe that's what we're going to find out in the third quarter? And then, of course, when it comes to stacking silver and gold, what are some of your strategies right now? What's your game plan right now? Do you go after silver on a pretty regular basis, and maybe you go for gold on a regular basis as well? Or do you kind of do what I do, where you go after silver on a regular basis, but you keep a little bit of cash on the sidelines and you add to it every now and then? You're a little bit of a cash stacker for the short term while you save up for your next piece of gold. That's pretty much what I'm doing right now. It's a strategy that I'm going with. I definitely prefer silver over gold, but I 1000% understand the importance of gold, especially when it comes to stability. So head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. If you guys like today's video, please hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, subscribe to my second channel, which is my backup channel for exclusive weekly content. Go and get yourself some DYDSS merchandise to help support the channel in the biggest possible way. We got t-shirts, hoodies, stickers, coffee mugs in a bunch of different designs. A lot of the products are helping us raise some funds and awareness for different charity organizations, by the way. DYDSS store will be linked in the description. Use promo code FLASH for a 10% discount this weekend only. Come and join us in the Precious Metals VIP Club, which is where I do giveaways every single month, live streams multiple times a week, deal alerts on silver and gold almost every single day. You can watch all of my videos early and commercial free. You can actually watch Saturday and Sunday's videos both right now if you want to. And of course, every Saturday morning I post a brand new vlog. I have a new one coming out tomorrow morning, and you're definitely going to want to go and watch that. And there are a ton of other perks as well, by the way. VIP Club link in the description. I guarantee you the value exceeds the cost. And of course, last but certainly not least, make sure to go and get your 6 free stocks by downloading Webull and funding your account. Normally it's 2, they bumped it up to 6, so capitalize on that while you can. Limited time only, and you can deposit any amount. You can deposit even as little as a penny, and it still works. You still get your free stocks. If you refer one friend to the app within the next 2 or 3 weeks, they're going to give you up to 100 free random stocks for the referral. It's part of their advertising budget, by the way. Rather than wasting currency on billboards and TV commercials, they reward their users for helping them build their app with them. Limited time only. Capitalize on this while you can. And if you refer 2 friends to the app by the end of the month, Webull's going to give you either a free share of Starbucks, Apple, or Google. You get what you get and you don't get upset. It's completely random, but you win no matter what because you're still getting something out of it. Don't pass up on an opportunity. Webull link in the description. Time is running out. If you don't want the stocks, go and get them anyway. They're free. Then just sell them. Congratulations. Now you have the cash to go and get you some silver or some gold if that's what you want. Webull link in the description. And I want you guys to head on down to the comments and let me know once again, what are your thoughts on everything shared in today's video? When it comes to the first half of the video, recessions versus bear markets. Did you know that we could have one without the other? We could have a bear market without a recession. We can have a recession without a bear market, even though typically we have both at the same time. And everything that we're going through right now in the general state of the economy and the health and well-being of the dollar bill, we are technically in a NASDAQ bear market right now, but do you think we're in a recession as well? And on top of that, when it goes for the silver and the gold, what are some of your stacking strategies? Which is your precious metal of choice at the moment? For me, it's obviously silver, but I understand the importance of gold. For you, it might be the same thing. For you, it might be the polar opposite. For you, it might be about 50-50. Which precious metal are you going after primarily right now? Are you going after them pretty evenly? And when it comes to your strategy, do you do what I do, or what I'm doing right now? Going after silver as often as I possibly can, and keeping a little bit of cash on the sidelines, saving up for a slightly larger piece of gold. Head on down to the comments and let me know anything and everything related to today's video topic. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you tomorrow. Don't you dare stop smiling. Peace.